Mr President, I seek leave to make a brief explanation before asking a question of the Attorney-General regarding campaign promises.
Is leave granted?
Campaign promises.
Is leave granted? Leave is granted. The Honourable Mrs Henderson.
Leading up to the March 2022 state election, the Labor then opposition made a campaign promise to create a public sex offender register if they won the election. The then Labor opposition promised to also create a missing offenders website, a local search program and a parental disclosure scheme. 2 years on, this has not yet been implemented. On the 19th of October 2023, in response to a supplementary question from the Honourable Dennis Hood, in relation to the establishment of a public sex offender register, he was asked if it was reasonable that we would expect to see a bill this year. The Minister said, and I quote, "I don't think that would be an unreasonable expectation given that we are well developed in the consultation process and particularly with Western Australia," end quote. The Minister also said, quote, "Yes, I would suspect that would be the case given I am aware that it is well developed in terms of consultations," end quote. My questions for the Minister are, will the government be delivering these election commitments before the upcoming election? If so, when? And where is the government up to in preparing to deliver these commitments?
I thank the honourable member for her question, and yes, that is my expectation that the public sex offender register that was one of our election commitments will be developed before the next election. I'll check, and if there's anything further to add, I'm happy to bring back further information. But from the last update I had, there were discussions with SAPOL about how this would actually be implemented, how it would work in practice. But if there's anything further, I'm very happy to go away and add that if there's any further information.
From the answer, the Honourable Mrs Henderson.
Does the Attorney-General have a timeline on when the Parliament can expect to see a bill before it?
I thank the honourable member for a question. Certainly, yeah, it is. There are intricacies in implementing these, and as the honourable member outlined, there are a number of different elements to it, including missing offenders who have essentially absconded or can't be found. I certainly would expect that to be done this term of Parliament.
Question arising from the original answer.
Supplementary question, the Honourable Mrs Henderson.
In the lead up to the 2022 state election, did the then Labor opposition consult with SAPOL as to any concerns they may have as to practical application?
It's not the usual practice for oppositions to consult with government agencies or departments.
Mr